Shalom, Mike Young. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson concerning biblical prophecy and how it's manifesting in the earth. And one of those major things that was prophesied to take place is World War III, which World War III is biblical. You know? And as you can see, as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, it's becoming more clear and obvious. That's what it is, you know? So this is from BusinessInsider.com, and it reads, Putin just made one of his most explicit threats of nuclear war yet. And that in itself, nuclear war, that's a term that's common nowadays. You know, that's just a norm, like an everyday word now when you hear about nuclear war. Like Trump said the N-word. He called it the N-word, which is nuclear. You know, that's an everyday word now, as well as inflation, shortage. You know, those things that cause distress and anguish. That shows that we in the time of biblical prophecy. That in itself. It says Russia's Vladimir Putin menaced the West with the prospect of nuclear war. He said it came after France's president suggested NATO troops could be stationed in Ukraine. It says the Russian president said that the West was risking the destruction of civilization. And that's all we got to pretty much read. And the civilization is their civilization. We want to talk about the end of the world. The end, they're going to throw out the end of mankind. No, it's going to be the end of Edom. And this man is his influence. You know? Well, as you can see, just this little that we read, which best believe, most likely, an article coming out tomorrow is going to continue to expound on this Third World War. And the day after that, till ultimately kicks off, man. But this is biblical. And the scriptures outline this before it was even a thing of a world war. And how fitting, matter of fact, before I get that, how fitting the Edomites, so-called white man, is empowered during this time, because he is the sword. You know? Talks about that in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There's a time of war and a time of peace, and that have to take place by who ruling, man. We know that time of peace ultimately is Solomon, which is our Lord Yahushua, the Prince of Peace. But that time of war, it had to be under the watch of Edom. When he's ruling, that's when that will take place in its perfection. And that's what you're seeing. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6 and 4. It said, and there went out another horse that was red. And we know that red is an indicator. The Edomites. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. See? Going back to Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, it talks about that concerning that time of war, because it was the season for that purpose, for prophecy's sake. He had to be on the scene for this thing to really take place, man. And it was the Lord that gave this man the power. It says, and that they should kill one another. See, and those world wars. World War I, World War II, even World War III. Edomite versus Edomite. Edom on Edom. And I said they should kill one another. It said, and there was given unto him a great sword. Who was blessed with the sword? Whose blessing was the sword? Esau. But that was really his curse. That was a curse unto him concerning that sword. And that's why Putin said this would be the end of civilization. No, the end of your civilization. The end of Edom's civilization. The end of Esau's world. His age. The book of Isaiah 9 verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. And that's concerning how ancient war would play out. You know, what the scripture talk about in Ephesians concerning the whole armor. That was, back then, men literally had to put armor on. They had to throw a helmet, shield, breastplates. You know, and that what led to you having blood upon you, because you had to actually get up on your enemy. Also, that contribute to the confused noise, whether war cries, sword hitting a shield, sword hitting bones. That would contribute to the confused noise. You know, in the ancient time, that's how war was played out. It says, but this, meaning this battle, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's the real N word, man. Nuclear. This nuclear war. See, this battle has been this battle was pretty much already predestined to take place. It was already written in the records for an appointed time. And now at the end it is speaking, man. And that's part of the article, as we just read, concerning how we're getting closer to this nuclear war. Well, this just proves that biblical prophecy and everything is going according to schedule, man. You know? This is all the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why the Lord is working on these different leaders. Matter of fact, let's get that. The Lord calls Putin to say that. Yep, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And that's why you see this beast system doing with this dude. That's why you see the sea help taking a stance in the planet Earth, you know, because it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua turning the heart of Esau to go in a certain direction, man. What's going to contribute to prophecy. And that was one sign of it. The Lord had Putin make that statement concerning nuclear war and how they're risking the end of civilization. Well, this is all for prophecy's sake. Matter of fact, let's get something else going back to that king's heart in the book of Revelation 17, because even those allies, because it says France would said, you know, concerning mentioned sitting, you know, stationing troops and NATO troops in Ukraine. You know, all these allies of America is eventually going to turn on her, man. This all part of it as well. You know, let's see. Bear with me. Yep, this is Revelation 17. I start at verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." See, this is America and her allies. You know, they're going to actually turn on the whore, and you see signs of it. Everything America doing is fucking everybody else sit up. You can't even, you know, make no move without America stepping in and trying to get off. You know, you burning bridges with motherfuckers because of this whore. And we seeing the build up to it, man. It says, "And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." And what is that talking about? That's concerning this nuclear war. They're going to actually shoot missiles at her. Yes, America allies is eventually going to turn on her. This is according to biblical prophecy. It says, "For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So that's going back to that term. It took a sharp right at the end. You had these nations to deal with America because of, they were being made rich. But eventually they're gonna turn her, because this is according to the will of the Lord. It said the Lord put in their hearts to fulfill His will. So that's why you see the beginning stages of war, which we already really in World War III, just going to increase. You got these cyber wars and things of that. But it's actually you're gonna see it in its perfection, mostly when America is totally destroyed. But this is biblical, and we seeing it playing out now. We seeing it manifesting. So, matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Isaiah 34. We'll end off on this. The book of Isaiah 34, and verse 4, it says, "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall roll together as a scroll." See, in the ancient world, that's the best way they can, describe a mushroom cloud, as we say in these times. We will say a mushroom cloud. The best way they can put it as a scroll rolled together, man. And it does look like that when you see once the missile said detonate, it hit ground zero, and you see all that smoke and it rolled within itself. It looked like a scroll, rolling together. It says, "And all their hosts shall fall down, and as the leaf falleth from off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." See, that word host in itself show you this is concerning war. The word host goes back to armies. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven," and that sword is those missiles. See, the Lord is not the Lord of hosts just for it to sound cool, man, sound mean, man. No, these armies is under the jurisdiction of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And what's the end all be all for all these armies on the earth? The missiles. Even for an example, here in Babylon the Great, America, you got this term called oh man, I can't even think of it now. It's different levels between 1 through 5. DEFCON 5, DEFCON 4, DEFCON. But when you go down to DEFCON 1, pretty much, if it's not 1, it's 5. It's the extreme though. DEFCON 1, I believe, ultimately is the only solution is to shoot the missiles, man. So that's the end all be all for all these armies of the earth. But really, that goes back to the Lord. That's the Lord's sword. That's an actual army right there. That's another set of hosts. You can read that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." See? And Idumea is really, in this time, is concerning America. This is where that target is at. This is the venue the Lord have chosen to show His power to the uttermost parts of the earth. And this judgment is going to be on display via World War III. And as you can see, it is biblical, and it's going right in according to what the word says. So y'all, I just hold the way edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the teaching word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.